Alright guys, so we are up to the crank trigger. On today's episode, I'm going to take you through setting up the crank trigger on the crank pulley. So, first thing first, I'll actually take you over, have a look at what we've done. So, we've taken off the pulley and we've set it up to TDC, so if you can have a look in there. We've got the little V and that's on the dot, so we've got it in line TDC. When we put the pulley on, it lines up with that there. So I've gone ahead and I've made up this little aluminium plate, 3mm. I've got a spacer in there, and then I'm going to make up a spacer underneath there, and it will just be held on with those two timing cover bolts there. Okay, so what we're going to now do, we're going to be using a ZF cherry sensor, so the red cherry sensor. Okay, this is a Hall Effect 3-wire sensor. We're going to be using up this aluminium block that I have. Nearly dropped it on the car. So what it's going to look like, I'll try and do it with my two hands. Oh yeah, sweet. So we're going to have something like this, and we'll either tap the back of this aluminium block or we'll just weld it, and then this sensor, not sure if you can see, but it'll run straight through the middle somewhere over there. So, and then we'll screw it through. So I'm actually going to tap this. These are M12 by 1.0, so we'll have that mounted. We'll drill that out, tap it, and then that will be reading off the trigger wheel that we've got. So that is the crank trigger setup. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to take you through setting up the trigger wheel. So I've just bought a bench drill so I can drill out the crank pulley. Once it's drilled out, so it's 3 bolts, I'll show you now. So we've got 3 bolts that we're going to have to drill through the crank pulley. Once I've got that sorted, I'm then going to just put a couple of tacks around the trigger wheel to the pulley itself, just for safekeeping purposes. Alright, now the trigger pulley or the trigger wheel that I'm using is a Sierra EFI one. I got this from the UK. I'll post a link in the description, and yeah, if you want the crank pulley. Now you'll see that I've had a brass plate machined. The reason why I've had this machined up is, I'll show you after, but the trigger wheel, it doesn't have anything like there's a gap underneath each of the mounting points of the 3 mounting points, and then there's a huge gap between here as well to the pulley. So there's nothing actually seating the crank trigger wheel into the pulley itself, apart from the outer rim, which sits up against the edge of the pulley. So I've had that brass machined out, so that way this is hard up against the pulley, and then the trigger wheel is also hard up, so we've got a flat surface here and a flat surface there, so it'll keep the trigger wheel nice and square. Alright, I'm going to start the bench drill up, and we're going to drill this and tap some bolts now. Alright, let's go. go, that's drilled in through there, and we'll go ahead and now tap that. Alright, so I ended up drilling through the tap. It was only getting a couple of threads, so here we go. We'll re-tap. Bloody hot in this garage, but there you go. So drilled them out on the bench drill and go in nice and easy, tapped them, and oh, stoked, another job done. All right, so we're back. I had to get a 10.5mm drill bit for the crank sensor mount that's going to mount to the plate, an M12x1 tap. So we're going to drill this up now. Now it's a little bit dodgy. I don't have a drill vise, so I'm just going to try see how we go with my little rig that I've just set up. So let's go. That's exactly why you don't do what I've just done. Lucky, but yeah, I nearly probably lost a finger or something. So yeah, don't do what I just did. All right, so there we go, all drilled up. So now we'll run the tap through that. Alright, so now let's have a look and see if this threads in. We'll go over on my messy bench and we'll have a look here. So we'll run it like this. Oh, like butter. Wow, look at that. That's mad. Alright guys, so crank sensor is now all sorted. I've tapped it, I've made the sensor bracket. Let's have a look. So there we go. Mounted that up. And then I've tapped this plate here, and we've got the ZF cherry sensor Hell Effect, so it's 3-wire, and I've tapped that as well, so that threads into there, and then they all lock up together. So that's the crank trigger sensor sorted now. We'll go ahead, mount the sensor in the block, and then we'll go ahead and mount it onto the engine. So I set it up with a little, that's my spacer, if you may, and I've set the other one up with some washers. So I've put a little bit of Loctite on there, medium strength, and we'll screw that up. So there we go. The crank trigger sensor is all mounted, so we're utilizing that bolt there off the timing case, and there's a bolt there. I believe that's probably for the timing guard or the belt guard. So yeah, you can see that it's sorted there. We've got a gap there from the sump and how it sits. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set the gap up between the trigger wheel and the sensor itself. Now it's recommended 1.5 mil gap, so that's what we'll start off with, and then we'll once we get to the Haltech side and sorting out the actual trigger sensor itself, we can actually bring it up on the scope and we'll be able to see how it's looking with the trigger pattern. But I'll set it up now for 1.5 mil gap and that will be sorted. Alright, so going to use some filler gauges. We're going to use a filler gauge. I'm just going to find 1 mil and then 0.5. Alright, so it'll be these ones. Alright, so there we go, we've got 1 mil and then 0.5 mil. So now set it up. Oh, helps if I put the other nut on. Alright. Alright, so now that we're set up, I've got my filler gauges there, and then I'm gonna bring them hard up against the trigger wheel. Alright, and that's that. So 19 mils, two 19 mils, tighten them up, and that's not going anywhere. Now I have turned the engine over and we can have a look now if you want. So it's all nice. That wheel has all been, so the trigger wheel, it's all been machined so that it's running true, and that gap there remains even right way around. I've given it a full 360 and it's beautiful. So now that we've done the trigger wheel, that's all set up there. What I'm going to now do is I'm going to rip off the trigger wheel. I'm going to give it a quick lick of paint so that it doesn't rust up, and then I'm going to fit a new timing belt. Alright, so I've just given the crank pulley a quick lick of paint and I've set it up now to top dead center, so we can have a look there at the mark. So we've got, that's the timing mark and the balancer TDC on that lower mark, and then there is, let's get a bit of white in there, but you can see that little hole and the notch that lines up there on the dot. So we've now got the engine at TDC, and what I will now do is, you'll see I've got a splined bit on the tensioner bolt here, and what I'm going to now do is I'm just going to loosen, there's a bolt right there, I'll loosen that, and then I'll lift this up, I'll pull that up, that will release the tension, and I'll just be able to take this pulley off. I'm going to have to now take the crank pulley back off again so I can get the belt out from the bottom there. So I'm going to do that off camera. It's just I don't have a tripod to set up, so sorry guys, but I've given you the lowdown. There's heaps of videos, other people are doing them, so yeah, I'm going to quickly do that and change the belt now.